Welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I'm here to talk about Carli Judice taking on Gabriella Fernandes. My prediction for this fight is Gabriella Fernandes wins a decision. I think she's got a little more going on altogether on the ground. I think I could trust her more on the ground. And for Carli Judice, look, I can't talk about her being a limited fighter or whatever. I can just talk about there being limited footage. I don't know what she's got to offer as an MMA fighter. From what I've seen, she's looked incredible. She's definitely a force on the feet. And the one fight in which she was competitive, or as a pro, was a split decision loss in her last fight to Ernesta Carrascate, who made her UFC debut not long ago. And that was a war. She's one of the fighters that got signed to the UFC after losing on the Contender Series because she showed a lot of heart and a lot of grit and really gave us a good 3-round war along with Ernesta. But again, I can't trust her on the ground, Carli Judice. I've seen her on the ground as well, but not for any long period of time. She's made some things work for her, caught a bunch of kicks, and even landed one takedown in an amateur fight or something. But generally speaking, it's all striking and a lot of quick finishes for her. But that's not to say she's not a very good fighter, because, she's definitely got a lot of great traits. Seeing that Ernesta Carrascate fight, with that being just her 4th professional fight, she looked like she's not going to be overwhelmed anytime soon. That girl, she's got toughness and grit on her side. And I'd love to see her win this fight, but I can't trust it because this girl, Gabriella Fernandes, even though she's on a 2-fight losing streak, she only lost to these bigger, monstrous wrestlers. I don't know if I'd call Teresa Bleda a wrestler, but they're top game fighters. Jasmine Jasdavicius being a wrestler and Teresa Bleda. Either way. And they're both gigantic. Well, at least Bleda is. Gabriella, what's her face? Jasmine, I think, is about the same height as Carli Judice. But they're both grapplers, and that's how they beat Gabriella Fernandes. They took her down and controlled her. And I don't think that's a path to victory for Carli Judice. Of course, it could be. She could be better on the ground than she is on the feet. There's just no reason to think so. And on the ground, Gabriella Fernandes is not limited. She's gotten a few nice submission victories. Got a guillotine in the LFA over Carolina Martins in round 2. She got in her debut, her first fight ever, she beat Yasmin Lucindo via TKO on the ground, which was pretty much due to a triangle choke. She wrapped up a triangle choke in the first minute or whatever after she was taken down, and reversed Yasmin with the triangle and pounded her out. Of course, Yasmin Lucindo was probably 14 years old, but she still blossomed into a pretty good fighter at 22 years old or whatever she's at now. And that, I think she's better on the feet. There's more reason to trust on the ground, more reason to trust Gabriella Fernandes. And on the feet, Gabriella Fernandes is a very good striker, and she hits harder, I think, than Carli Judice. But again, Carli Judice has shown so many great traits, and she can give it back and give it back in combinations where I would not say it's a lock at all on the feet for Gabriella Fernandes to win this fight. And as for Carli Judice winning with grappling, I don't think she can go through Fernandes with submissions if these other girls who beat her haven't. But maybe putting Gabriella on her back and keeping her there is an option for her. I don't know. But I'm going with Gabriella Fernandes. She's gotten the more valuable victories, and her losses are also more valuable as well. So there's a little more weight on them. They're recent. UFC spotlight. I think it's hurt her stock a little bit, and I've decided to play her at 2-1 odds. She was at longer odds not too long ago here, but she's minus 205 right now, and that warrants a bet from me because I think if either girl is to win the decision, it'd be Gabriella Fernandes, and if anybody's getting finished, I'd also pick Gabriella Fernandes to finish Carli. Not because I've seen Carli lose or get finished, but because I think Gabriella Fernandes would have the bigger gap in skill on the ground than any other gap anywhere else in this fight. So Gabriella Fernandes is the pick. I've got her winning by decision officially, and I'll wait to see what the props look like. But right now, with just the money line and not even an over-under, I bet on Gabriella Fernandes. Like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit, and check out my other videos.